The Wasteland. Lila Morgan, a 17-year-old scavenger, roamed the barren expanse of the wasteland, her boots crunching on cracked earth. The world she knew had long since collapsed, leaving only a hostile landscape of sandstorms and bone-dry riverbeds. Above her, a crimson sun beat down relentlessly, and around her, the occasional ruins of pre-collapse cities loomed like gravestones of a forgotten civilization. In this dying world, survival hinged on resourcefulness. Lila had plenty of that, more than most. Her knack for tinkering had saved her countless times, repairing water condensers, piecing together broken drones, and reactivating ancient tech. But her latest discovery promised to change everything. Deep inside an abandoned research bunker, she found something extraordinary: the skeletal remains of a colossal alien creature. The bones glowed faintly, pulsing with an energy she couldn't identify but instinctively knew was powerful. A spark of hope. Back at her makeshift shelter, a rusty hull of an old cargo pod half buried in sand, Lila spread the bones across her workbench. The alien remains defied explanation. Their structure was crystalline, and they hummed with a frequency that set her teeth on edge. She connected one of the smaller bones to her solar capacitor. It instantly overloaded, sending a shower of sparks across her workspace. "Too much power," she muttered, eyes wide. "Way too much." For the next several days, Lila toiled. She scavenged old cables, circuitry, and conduits from the derelict remnants of the world around her. She was creating something no one had ever dreamed of: a generator fueled by alien remains. Her first successful test came unexpectedly. A single flick of a switch brought the entire shelter to life. Lights blazed, her water purifier roared to action, and a decades-old radio crackled with static. She stared at the glowing array of alien bones. "You're my ticket out of this hellhole." The shadows close in. As her generator hummed steadily, it sent a signal far beyond her shelter. Unbeknownst to her, it had awakened more than just dormant technology. Miles away, in a hidden enclave, a group of raiders intercepted the energy burst on their scanners. "She's found something big," their leader growled, a scarred man known as Bishop. "Alien tech. We'll take it along with her." Lila noticed them too late. One evening, as she worked on refining her generator, she saw dust rising on the horizon, vehicles approaching fast. She scrambled to hide the alien bones, burying them under loose scrap. The raiders arrived in armored dune buggies, engines growling like predators. Bishop dismounted, his dark eyes scanning the shelter. "We know what you've got, girl. Hand it over, and we might let you live." Lila stood firm, clutching a makeshift blaster she'd cobbled together from old drone parts. "Get lost." Bishop smirked. "Brave, but stupid." The final stand. As the raiders closed in, Lila knew she was outnumbered and outgunned. But she had one advantage: her ingenuity. With the generator at her back, she quickly rigged a defense system using the alien bones. When the raiders breached her shelter, they were met with a dazzling explosion of light. Pulses of energy surged through the ground, disabling their vehicles and weapons. The alien bones, overcharged, emitted arcs of plasma that danced across the room. The chaos bought Lila enough time to activate her ultimate creation, a hovercraft powered entirely by the alien generator. She'd built it in secret, piecing together scraps over months. The craft roared to life as the generator hummed with raw power. She sped out of the shelter just as it collapsed in on itself, the energy overload creating a shockwave that scattered the raiders like leaves in a storm. A new frontier. Lila didn't look back. She flew across the wasteland, the alien generator pulsing steadily behind her. For the first time in her life, She felt free, not just from the wasteland, but from the hopelessness that had hung over her since birth. The radio on her craft crackled to life. Is anyone out there? This is the Ark Project. We're rebuilding. If you can hear this, you're not alone. Lila smiled, steering toward the voice. The alien bones had given her more than energy. They had given her a chance to escape and, maybe, a chance to rebuild humanity. She glanced at the glowing remains behind her and whispered, "Thanks for the power.